Stellarr 1.
Good evening, you're watching Peer Pressure. This is a series where I, Richter Overtime, face off against a fellow content creator in a one-on-one deathmatch in the game Team Fortress 2 using the source mod MGE. Today's guest is Stellarr 1. How are you doing, Stellarr?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm doing pretty alright. We're very glad to be here. What about you, man?
I'm actually doing pretty good. I like your taunts. I've never had any of the dance taunts.
Thank you. Yeah, I got them not too long ago.
Were you around the day that they added the conga?
Yeah, I was. I was around for most of the taunts. I'm pretty sure the only taunt that I missed out on was the laugh taunt, but everything else I've been there for.
Do you remember when they added the conga taunt and people thought that it was going to be like the death of the game?
Yes, a lot of people did get very, how do you say, queasy about it. I know a lot of people were saying taunts were, everyone was gonna, taunts were gonna be a new big thing. Everyone was gonna do it, and then nobody would take the game seriously anymore. But things didn't turn out that way.
Yeah, they thought it was gonna kill the game, and no one would ever play the game seriously ever again. But you want to get this on the road?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. I think it's perfect to have you as the first guest, given that we have like the same upbringing on YouTube.
Right, for sure. We make same content, pretty much same audience, so I think everything works quite well here.
Yeah, big community overlap, especially in the Discords. Oh, whoa,
Right.
The server's got some weird ads.
That was...
Oh, wow, we're
right.
both at pretty atrocious ping. Alright, here we are. We're back on a server that is not in Australia. You can see we have a decent ping. So are you ready to restart?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright. But yeah, we've got like the same kind of creepy GMod source shit going on with our channels. And it's shown a lot in just how much we show up in each other's communities, if that makes any sense.
For sure. I mean, I feel like this community in itself is a very special thing. It's also it's a very specific thing, So
yeah,
it's very cool to see our communities overlapping with what we do and all that stuff. It's very cool. It's like having a local town almost, just communicate with with each other about things they see.
Yeah,
like
I get that. You've just got like a tight knit community of people who have the same interests. And it's actually kind of shocking. Well, I guess it's not super shocking that, the video game horror thing has, like, a younger audience, but given how old Garry's Mod and Team Fortress 2 are, you wouldn't think there would be such an appeal with young people when it comes to these games,
Right.
Because we're talking about games that, like, Half-Life 2, Actually, did you know that Half-Life 2 was not the first game released on the Source engine? I learned that recently, I have to shoehorn that in. It was actually Counter-Strike Source.
Yeah, I was about to say, I did not know that. Well, I think I didn't know that.
But yeah, Counter-Strike Source and Half-Life 2 came out the year after I was born. So, you wouldn't expect so many people around my age to be, into that scene. But I think, actually, a big part of that is probably Garry's Mod,
Oh yeah, for sure. Even when I was younger, I was playing Garry's Mod, so it's definitely a big thing in many young people's lives. I mean, it's something about it. I'm not sure, but it's like...
I went for it.
It attracts a lot of young people. Yeah. I saw that very, it's an interesting play, but I feel like it's the creativity you get with Garry's Mod that creates such a young audience, because I feel like the dream of many young people are like, oh, a game where you can do anything, be anyone.
Yeah.
Is like the trope, I feel, even when I was like that, so Garry's Mod allows that,
that's also the appeal of, like, Minecraft.
Right. And so when so many people get that ability, especially young people, it becomes a new favorite game, especially with add-ons and all that, which is keeps so many people interested for the long run.
Yeah, and Gmod is one of those games that lives with trends, because any trend that picked up over the last 11 years found its way into Gmod. I mean, we saw it when Minecraft was started picking up steam. Now, like, even shit that has no tangible connection to Garry's Mod or Source at all makes its way into Gmod, like with Five Nights at Freddy's back when that was like roaring on the internet, and now like this Friday Night Funkin' saves and shit. It's a game that is surviving because it's so adaptable and because it can be, kind of morphed to fit any trend,
For sure. Exactly.
Ooh, I'm getting some rough frames.
Again, right. You've had some interesting plays so far. I like your play style. But yeah, it's definitely because
Oh, hey, hold on. Let me put my Steam on offline so I don't
yeah,
get
go
any
ahead.
notifications. I should have.
But yeah, the workshop is so adaptable. It's also a thing where I mean, it works with almost any generation. I would feel like. I mean, if you look at from when you were younger and playing Garry's Mod to the kids playing Garry's Mod now, really not much has changed in terms of interest. And it's because the workshop and everyone doing their thing. It's very adaptable, you know. I mean, everyone's doing their thing, and it's been very open to interpretation for modders and whatnot.
Yeah, and that's actually something that I always thought was really weird as I got older. In Team Fortress 2, actually, is I used to be like a squeaker, right? Like in video games,
Right.
and I remember like getting made fun of by people, and like eventually I learned how to type really fast because I was embarrassed to use the keyboard, or I was embarrassed to use the voice chat because my voice was high. And it's kind of funny that now I'm the 18-year-old. I wouldn't call myself old, but now I'm the one on the other end. I get to see the little kids growing into this game and getting made fun of for being kids. And it's just weird that the game has survived that long, And it's the same thing with Gmod.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's the it's very interesting. I mean, it's not anything like Call of Duty. I mean, even Call of Duty has died, but the same thing, the same stereotype in Call of Duty, I feel like has lasted. I mean, if you play any COD game, I'm pretty sure you're gonna find the same. Why is this guy talking on my? It's like the the lobby shit talk,
Yeah, yeah.
So, and even though it hasn't lasted in one specific game, it's lasted throughout the series.
Yeah.
And I feel like Garry's Mod
has lasted through one game.
It's a very special thing to have. Yeah, it's lasted through one game, and for that is very, very special and just different. I mean, you don't see many games like that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Minecraft is another great example, like I said, of a game that's just lived. But you can also make the case that Minecraft has changed a lot more than any of the other games we talked about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because, I mean, TF2 is, it's pretty much the same game it was in 2014.
Oh, right. For sure.
I mean, it's not what it was in 2008, but, it's been a while since we had a new weapon.
Oh yeah, everything's changed. Right. Heavy update, whatnot. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, people. It's crazy to see how long people can stick with something for. Oh, gosh, I suck so badly. You blew yourself up for me. But yeah, it's crazy to see how long people can just stick with one thing.
Yeah.
Just no changing. Like it just stick with the same thing. Do whatever.
I feel like I got robbed there.
That was very close.
Died from fall damage.
Oh lord.
Oh, whoa, hey.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Oh no.
Ooh. Oh.
I am not on my A game today.
Yeah, I think the high ground's OP.
It is.
Yeah, neither am I, man. Uh-oh. Reek.
If you want to do another soldier one, we can.
Oh no, I want to do Huntsman.
You want to do the Huntsman one?
Yeah.
Alright, so round 2 we're doing Huntsman Sniper.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just equip the Huntsman, we'll get this rolling. I've never done a Huntsman MG. This sounds really dumb. I did a demo night MG once though, and it was pretty silly.
I bet it is.
Here, let me you can kill me so you can get that free point. So we're even.
Gotcha.
Alright. I suck with the Huntsman.
Yeah, so am I, but that's why it's fun. So anyway,
Also, I get like really weird. I get really weird frame dips on this map. I need to figure that out before I do the second episode.
Oh my lord.
Whoa. What's up?
Oh, nothing. But yeah, I was just saying, as we were saying, if you want to continue the conversation, because now that we have everything set up for the second round.
Oh, I have to ask. We should talk about ARGs a little bit. That's like our shared interest here. I mean, give the people what they want,
Right.
Oh God, this is too tense to talk about ARGs.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, what's your favorite ARG what's your favorite Gmod ARG we've come across between you and me?
Probably Classic GM, because it's the first that actually got me started into the scene. So, and I mean, all the new ones, the new ones are good, but they don't really spark any old, I don't know, any new interest. I feel like once you cover something and it's done for, you start to see similarities in other stuff, but
it's getting a little bland,
Right. But stuff like, Gunslinger has changed it up a bit, which is, very, I like that. So that's good. But the thing is that once you start on something, right, and then you finish it, you will always like the original thing, I feel like, but you're going to see similarities in every other thing that you do. But the original is going to be there for you. And I feel like GMod 9 fan and Classic GM, that's what it is for me. I mean, it's what I started on, and I like it.
I get that. I get that.
Even if newer ideas come out with the ARG community and they start doing new stuff, I feel like
This SMG Sniper MG.
regardless, yeah, right.
Truly, this is what they subbed for.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, as you, are on the scene, the original is always going to be there, even if new ideas come out and whatnot. Classic GM is always going to be a staple for me, so definitely one of my favorites. Started the whole thing for me. Got me into ARGs in the first place.
The classic.
Definitely, the OGs. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They are classic.
So
classic GM.
I saw a meme you posted that was like it was the average Shadow Man ARG enjoyer or whatever, and the average
Right,
sentient ragdolls. Shall we do business? Where do you fall on that? Do you like the Shadow Man shit or the sentient ragdolls more? I feel like the sentient ragdolls thing is starting to get a little played out.
Well, here's the thing. I like both of them. I just find it funny to make memes. That's the thing.
Okay, okay.
I think if I had to choose, I mean, I could go with either or, but I still think I like the Shadow Man thing more, even if it's played out. Because here's the deal. I mean, I enjoy if you can put the work into making, the whole ragdoll thing real, then it can be a very interesting, very good story, like with how Gunslinger has done his stuff and how Battlewater has done his stuff. But still, I feel like even something like a Shadow can be done right, as long as it, isn't overplayed or you're not putting enough effort into it to be rendered, good. I feel like as long as you put the effort in, it can be good. And to me, I've seen far more Shadow stuff than Ragdoll stuff, at least, at this point. So, I would think the Shadow, it's familiar.
Yeah? I got a question. You ever get people emailing you or messaging you asking you to cover their ARG?
Dude, I get comments, but I don't get emails about it. I've gotten a few emails for some people who want me to cover some of the stuff that isn't ARG related. But in terms of like ARG related stuff, I've seen comments where it's like it's obviously like them, their channel.
Yeah.
But it's like you see it and you check out the channel. It's like, oh,
like hey, you should check out this ARG channel I found, and it has 1 subscriber. Like,
right. But dude, it's also the thing where it's like they send you the channel right in the comments, and then you look at the comments, and then it's like, okay. Well, you try to keep some hope until the very end. It's like, well, maybe this is kind of interesting.
Maybe it's good.
Yeah, maybe it's good. And so then I go to one of the videos, and it's like they're not even trying. It's like the Fraps logo is at the top. It's like you can see the lure error like in the top right. It's like, oh lord, like these people. I was at Sick 360 by the way.
I saw an ARG where someone went through the effort of like downloading all kinds of mods to make GMod look like GMod 9. Like they had the GMod 9 fizz gun and the HEV hands and the low FOV and everything.
Right.
But it was just on GMod. It was just on GMod 13 construct.
That is kind of silly.
Why? What's the point? It's like the easiest component. And
right.
It was really bewildering. But
right.
I guess I should address the elephant in the room. You like to say ARG, and I say ARG. Defend your point. Why do you say ARG?
So, I actually thought about this a lot on my own, and I thought of an example that I kind of wanted to bring up.
I feel like neither of us have landed a shot in 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. But that's great for talking, I guess.
Okay, continue. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's all good. It's all good. From my perspective, I feel like, okay, so when you talk to someone, and let's say you're going to say LOL in a conversation, like in real life, and that's kind of cringe, but we're just, it's an example, right?
Yeah.
So when you say LOL to someone, are you going to say LOL to them, or are you going to say LOL? I feel like, to me, that's...
I guess LOL?
Well, yes, exactly. So when I am presented, okay, ARG or ARG, I'd rather say ARG because I feel like it's faster and it just rolls off the tongue. Because when you're talking for hours at a time, also, because I'm recording like a script for all the stuff I do, it's like you need something that's like not going to be tiring. And to me, just saying ARG multiple times is like kind of too much work. And that might sound lazy, but I feel like it does save some time because being able to just say ARG,
No, I get that. Yeah, because you've got one syllable there versus saying ARG. You know, if you
Right.
say that too many times in the span of like 30 seconds, it starts to get really annoying.
Oh, right. And that's the thing. Even if some people are
Ooh.
complaining, like, that was a really nice shot, by the way.
Thank
Even if
you.
some people, are talking about it like, oh, well, why does he say ARG like that? As well, it saves time, and I would rather pronounce an acronym as, as whole instead of saying everything individually, like LOL versus LOL in a conversation, So,
I guess my perspective is that you have a point with the LOL versus LOL thing, but I would say that because ARG is like it's like a noun. It's like a proper noun, you know?
right.
It's something you can refer to versus like, okay, let's talk about like casual acronyms like FUBAR and that kind of thing. You know, you just say that versus like if you're talking about like RAM. Actually, that works exactly opposite of what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is like a lot of like if we were working at like a missile silo or something, they would say like the. Oh man, I really just backed myself into a corner because I'm trying to think of examples of things that you actually spell out, and I was just thinking because I saw this video where someone said spaz 12, but they said SPAS-12. And it really pissed me off.
Right. I mean, but that's my.
I forgot I have the flying ragdolls mod on.
Oh, I don't think I have any mods for TF2. What is flying ragdolls, if I may ask?
Basically, anytime that I kill you, it looks really goofy. Your body just goes flying.
I see.
Okay. What are you doing?
Oops, I think my ping. My bad. My ping spiked, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the server has the best connection.
You, like, jitter around. Oh my god.
You're jittering too. That was a nice shot.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've never had any issues.
This looks really dumb. We might need to host our own. I might need to host my own MG server eventually if I'm gonna keep this series going.
Yeah, that actually might be kind of cool. You should just host your own TF2 server for people in MG format.
Yeah, that might be fun.
Yeah, and they just promote it to people.
I guess this might have been better to ask during the start of the episode, but is there anything you want to share with people about yourself, like who you are? Because I feel like you haven't got an opportunity to do that.
I feel like there's not much to say. My name's Stellarr1. I make art content on YouTube. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that. I do a bunch of stuff. I map for Garry's Mod, Team Fortress. I'm able to make 3D models. I do a bunch of stuff. So those are some of my hobbies just past YouTube. Otherwise, I mean, there's not much about myself. I mean, what about you? Is there anything that you would like to, I guess, say?
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically in the same boat as you. I'm a guy who's played Valve games my entire life, and now I make videos about them, and a couple people watch them. It's pretty cool. But I'm 18 years old. If that biographical information matters. Just got out of high school. You are in high school, right? Or should I not include that information? I can cut that.
Oh yeah, I am in high school. No, that's fine. I don't mind. You can just keep that in.
Okay.
Personally, I don't think it's
I don't want to breach your privacy.
Oh yeah, it's all good. I mean, some stuff I obviously understand the concern, but just saying that it's not a big deal. But yeah, I am in high school currently, and
okay.
I mean, it's cool to interact with like people who are older than me, being able to just talk to them. Because honestly, I don't really get this type of interaction with many other content creators, especially because, well, I feel like because you just don't see a lot of content creators to talk with when you're on this side of the community. It's very hard to branch out. Oh my gosh, that was a good shot.
The Ragdolls mod is really doing its best here to try to.
Right.
You'll see what your Ragdoll is doing there in the final video. It looks really, really goofy.
Yeah, I'll love to see that. So what's your opinion on Garry Newman doing new stuff outside of Garry's mod?
Are you talking about like S&box?
Yeah, S&box was the new thing he was working on.
Or like Rust?
And Rust too.
I never got into Rust. I would say that S&box is interesting. I don't think it's going to kill Garry's
Oh
mod.
no, I have seen some people even kind of talk down on S&box more than some people saying Garry's mod is 100% better. But I feel like with time, I mean they could be 1-to-1 in terms of scale, but even then I'm not sure because Garry, it seems like everything he's always done has it's worked out with success. I mean Russ has done amazing. Garry's mod more than amazing. So I feel like S&box could be a thing.
I think Garry's mod is technically one of the most popular video games of all time.
Oh yeah, for sure. With Counter-Strike,
sold like
and
20 or 30 million copies or something like that.
sheesh.
It really broke out into the mainstream. It was really weird to see, but
Yeah, dude.
as someone who was playing Gmod before it was like a YouTuber craze, it was really weird to see what was like a niche, source game mod that became a sensation,
Oh,
if you will.
right.
But as for S&box, I think it has limitless potential, but I don't know if it has the same hook and allure that Garry's mod did.
Right.
Wow, that was.
I feel like it has to be
headshot.
built. Oh yeah, that was great. I feel like S&box probably has to be.
Whoa.
That was crazy. Cracked, by the way.
I'm having fun. If you want to do another one, we can.
Well, what do you want to do? We did Soldier, Huntsman.
We can do demo if you want.
Oh, okay. Let's do demo, man.
Anyway, like I was saying, Garry's mod had the initial pull of it was Half-Life assets, right? It was
Right.
It had that sort of pull to the audience that it was
Right.
to the source engine Half-Life TF2 audience. But S&box is just kind of like Unity assets. It kind of looks like there's not really an appeal
Oh, you
beyond
think so?
it's writing. Well, I say that not necessarily in a derogatory way, but it's they're more generic assets. They're not pulled from another game, They're not pulled from Half-Life or Half-Life Alyx. Although I think I've seen some stuff with people getting Half-Life Alyx stuff working in it, but
Have you seen? I know this is kind of off topic, but have you seen some of the Half-Life Alyx Garry's mod stuff?
what do you mean?
There has been someone. I think this is it, but I've seen some people. At least I've seen a video of Construct in Half-Life Alyx, and people are modding it to work as like a second Garry's mod. If you've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty neat, but yeah, as you were saying, sorry, I kind of cut you off.
No, it's all good. I've cut you off like 4 times. The entire thing with S&box is that it just needs to get a foothold, and I think it could be a really phenomenal thing. But I also don't know that it's going to have the same pull that Gmod did, like I said, because it's piggybacking off of this. You really got me there. It's piggybacking off the success of Garry's mod. And that's not necessarily in a bad way, because it's not like it's an unrelated project. It is a spiritual successor to Garry's mod. It's like half the people on YouTube just call it Gmod 2. But
exactly.
the fact that it's its own thing and it seems to be trying to improve or build on Gmod, I think is going to leave a bad taste in people's mouths a little bit.
You think?
Yeah, a little bit, because like what Garry did to Construct and everything, I think a lot of people are going to be like, they're like, where he added like the big lakes and buildings and all that, people are going to say that's not Construct. I'm going to stick with XYZ, Gmod, that kind of sentiment.
Right.
Of, the purist ideal,
Right. I think that's the thing. One of the things that's always interested in me about the people's reaction to like S&box or whatnot is that people go in the mindset like, oh, this is not my construct. But in reality, I feel like people would say that if someone else was working on the game, but it's still Garry working on his own thing. So regardless, I would have thought people would be like, oh, like a new construct? Yeah, I support this 100%. But people, for some reason, don't really, they're not a fan of it. And it's interesting because I would have thought there'd be a lot of community support behind something like this,
You're really trying to get me with these stickies.
Yeah, it's my cope. I can't aim with the other thing, so I'm using this.
But I think ultimately it's a game that, well, first of all, it's not even out yet, is it? It's in like a private release for developers or something like that.
Yeah, it's private release.
So it's hard to gauge just how well it will be yet. I don't know what the I know there's like a leaked build going around or what have you, but I don't think that's enough for people to build a public perception. I think ultimately there's a lot of hype I don't know how much it'll live up to the hype is ultimately what I'm trying to say. I just spent like 40 minutes stuttering and stammering just to say I don't know. I'm sorry about that, but...
Oh, it's all good, man. Yeah, I think it's just time will tell sort of thing, because obviously, I mean, everything Garry has done, it's, you know, you kind of have to wait for results, I feel.
Yeah, one thing I don't like about S&box...
He takes his time.
One thing I don't like about S&box is the, I don't like the player models.
Yeah.
I don't like the little flesh people.
Yeah, I was going to say that I do not, it's kind of like, well, not really, but it's kind of like hot dogs, handguns, and,
Horseshoes or whatever?
Handguns, hot dog, yeah, horseshoes, yeah. It reminds me of that a little, but, I mean, I like the, at least, you know, new artistic vision. It seems like the best thing that you can do, I guess, as a developer is, you know, accept that, or how do I say, like, be open to change. Be open to having a new vision if you need to adapt to it. Like, not doing the same thing, because Garry, you know, hasn't really done the same thing with S&box, which I think is the pro about, you know, new player models and whatnot. You're really doing my strategy, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna use your own medicine against you. That is not what that phrase is.
Right.
what is the saying? Use your own.
Yeah,
use your own like, whatever against you.
That's like Michael from The Office. Like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. The turntables, I suppose.
Yeah, that's you get the sentiment.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I do like at least he's doing something new, which is, I mean, all you can ask for. If it, you know, if a product seems a bit irky, at least find the pros about it to me. So
yeah, one of the things that I think might cross Garry is, like I said, the Garry's Mod purist kind of thing, where you're gonna have a lot of people who are gonna say that Garry is piggybacking off the success of Garry's Mod, but he's not paying attention to the Garry's Mod fan base. You know, that kind of thing. Like, he's taking advantage of the community he built, but doesn't want to listen to them.
Oh, that was a free kill, and I just messed that up. Yeah, for sure. I think, well, Garry also, I don't know how, his personality is kind of interesting, because he does seem kind of defensive about the stuff he does. Or rather, he's very defensive.
Isn't he British?
I think, well, is he?
Or he lives in Britain, something like that?
I thought he lived in the US, but I may be wrong about that. He does not seem British to me.
I think the Face Punch Studios are in Britain. I might be wrong.
Really? We have to do some more research after the video, but... I mean, I don't know, his work ethic's very interesting, because he seems like he doesn't really wants to do his own thing, and he doesn't like when other people tell him, you know, to do this. You know, he's a guy who likes doing his own thing. He doesn't like taking crap from other people. And I like that about a developer, but I feel like it might get in his way when people are kiting or saying what they don't like about S&box.
Yeah. Have you seen the blog post from Garry where he's talking about how he learned to shake his unmentionables after he takes a piss?
No.
It's like a really old blog post, and it's like, I'll flash it on screen so people don't think I'm like a schizophrenic,
yeah.
But it's like this, blog post that he's talking about how he was at a public bathroom, or he was having troubles with, like, whenever he would take a piss, he would, like, get piss on his leg. So he stayed in a public bathroom and watched people when they pissed to gauge what they do. And he's talking about, like, the techniques like people have. It's a really... No, not a documentary. He was just watching to figure out how to stop himself from peeing on himself. It's a really wild read. I'll leave it on screen, like I said, but...
Gotcha. Yeah, that does seem kind of cray-cray, I will be honest with you. He's a interesting man.
I mean, he's like a multi-millionaire. I'm not gonna judge him.
All right, he can do whatever he wants, but still very interesting guy. Oh my god, that was too close. I'm only like 1 HP, by the way. Ooh. Ooh. Nice.
Thank you. Sticky spam.
Right. The only way to win.
Why am I not using the grenades?
Yeah, I probably should have done the same.
So I have a question. Outside of Team Fortress 2 and Garry's Mod, is there any other games you play? Anything that interests you?
Yeah, quite a lot. I mean, I do have some in my Steam description that I talk about, but like games like Dark Souls, Subnautica,
You're a Dark Souls guy?
Yeah, I got into it a long time ago, but I'm a pretty avid Dark Souls guy. You know, when I get around to it. Other stuff, I don't play too many games nowadays, especially not multiplayer ones. Like, I'm not a big fan of, playing, the Fortnites, Halo, all that stuff. Never a big fan of all those AAA franchises, but yeah, lots smaller indie games I am a fan of, though. I do like playing.
See, no, that's weird. That's weird. You call them ARGs, but then you say AAA instead of AAA. Make up your mind.
Yeah, true. It's because I'm gonna be honest. I actually just kind of was dumb there for a second. It's because I didn't know if they were called AAA or if you just say AAA. So my bad. And saying would be kind of weird.
That's funny.
But yeah, a lot of smaller indie games I like. Fan of those because they're cool. Did you just fully launch a stick grenade, or is that like a sound glitch?
Probably a sound glitch. I don't think I launched a sticky.
Weird. I heard like the charge of like a thing.
Are there any other Valve games you like or don't like?
Yes, actually. Well, for the most part, I've actually really liked Valve games because I think they're all pretty good to me. I don't think Valve has ever disappointed me with any of their titles. Usually it's always like, oh, this is like dope. And if it isn't, then it's like, oh well, but usually they don't disappoint. I think my least favorite Valve game, I would have to think about it, probably...
For me, it's Dota 2.
Dota 2, really.
I don't like MOBAs.
I could see the appeal for it because I'm actually a person who has played League of Legends a few times, and I actually do not think it's a bad game.
Yeah.
So I could definitely feel like...
You're about to get crucified. You're about to get crucified in the comments.
I know, but hey, man, I don't care, bro. Listen, I'll say it right now. League of Legends is not a bad game. The company's kind of... but you know what? The game itself is not too bad.
See, I've never really played it. I've never really given it a chance.
You probably shouldn't. You should... Actually, you never should.
I never should.
Just,
it's a good game, but I should never play it.
Yes, because, I don't know, it's like a curse. I don't know how to describe it.
It's cursed?
Yep, I think so. At least from my experience, it's cursed.
Well, what about the direction of your channel? Because I think you have a similar sentiment to that I do, which is that the GMod ARG stuff probably isn't going to last a super long time. So once that is expired, I don't know how long it'll be. What else should people expect from you on your channel?
Well, something I do in general is just the covering of source things, So, sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying? I
was gonna say you can flip this question on me because I have basically the same exact conundrum, and I think I'm just gonna cover more source engine shit like you are. Because I mean, that's basically it's all I play. It's all I've ever played.
Right, exactly. And so, I mean, at that point, it's just working with what you have. Because again, I mean, it's
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
It's not good. Oh, please. But yeah, I mean, because when I run out of content, I mean, well, I technically never run out of content because I feel like Valve just kind of gives me what I need. It's all, again, I think covering all of Valve stuff is fun. I mean, kind of like what Tyler McVicker does. If you know who that is, the guy who does the Valve News Network.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, I mean, just covering stuff is fun to me. I mean, people like, I forget the name of the one guy who covers just like Counter-Strike stuff. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about, though. Or you may not.
I might.
He's this British guy. He does a lot of covers of just like...
Oh, 3 Clicks Philip, right?
Yeah, Philip. I watch his videos very frequently, or when I can. He's a very interesting content creator, and all he covers is like, here's the history of this map and why it's cool. It's like, oh, well, that's like sweet.
I've had a couple people tell me I sound like him, which is weird. I'm not British at all.
You think so?
No, I don't hear it at all.
Yeah, neither am I. I'm 0% British, but that is kind of odd, I would think. I mean, similar content, maybe. Sound like him? That's questionable. But, yeah, but people like him have definitely inspired me to get to where I am right now, So...
I'm just having
nice.
fun at this point.
But, right. But, that was oh, Lord. You're beating me? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. But yeah, people like him, like Phillips, and other people who have worked in Hammer. I mean, Top Hat Waffle is a guy who does some stuff with the Source engine. But yeah, basically, it's it's all pretty neat. A lot of guys out there have inspired me. So probably just stuff similar to that, like people who have worked in the Source engine for a long time inspire me to do my stuff, and so I'll probably just keep doing content like that. I'll cover maps, workshop items if I ever get around to it. Maybe Source games, Valve games in general, the history of them. I mean, I think there's a lot of room for what I can do. But what about you?
What am I gonna do with my channel once GMod ARGs are no longer the hotcakes?
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably gonna keep doing what I was doing with my channel before and during this entire craze, which is just doing videos about, Half-Life and Team Fortress 2 and all the other games that I play, because that's what I do. That's all I play. I mean, literally yesterday I beat Half-Life 1 on the PS2 for no good reason, other than I just wanted to see what was different.
Oh?
It took like 8 hours, and I didn't really get anything out of it other than seeing the weird models. Like, so that gives you an idea. I don't even own a PS2. I did it on my friend's PS2, because it's just like, those are the only games I play. I've never played it on the PS2, so it's interesting to me,
Right.
So what I would say with my channel is just, more of the same, more Source Engine videos, more Gold Source, or I don't think I've actually done a video about Gold Source yet, but just Valve games, The only games that are not Valve games that really interest me, there's like a handful. There's like I really like the Hotline Miami series. I like I used to like Payday 2. I don't like where the game is at anymore. And
oh, trust me, I don't either.
I like Killing Floor. Those are like the only game franchises that I've actually really been hooked by that aren't Valve.
I've never played Killing Floor, but it definitely seems like it's a cool game. I mean, I the only time I've ever even watched Killing Floor like footage was when I watched like a Vanoss video long time ago. I've never watched anything else on it.
He just like punched you in the dick.
Yeah. But for a big question, I mean, your audience might be curious about streaming. Are you ever going to get into that? And when do you think you might get into it?
Well, this is actually part of the reason that I started doing peer pressure, is because I need to get better at being on camera. Well, not on camera, but like live,
Right.
Expressing myself in a way that isn't, a 8-minute scripted video like the rest of my content is. Because it's a big part of streaming. And so I do 100% intend to start streaming pretty soon, as soon as I figure out my living situation. But I'm not going to get into that right now. But yeah, no, streaming's on the table. Streaming's on the table. I'll probably start a Patreon eventually when I feel like I'm doing enough to warrant a Patreon. Yeah, I'll probably just play Source Engine games. That's probably all I'll be doing.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe I'll have you on for a stream.
Cool. Well, I hope you get into yeah, man, that'd be dope. I'm down. You said stable for a second there. I thought you were talking about horses. Kind of confused me, but yeah, I definitely get what you mean. Yeah, sounds cool. I know I haven't seen too many. Like, there's a very, very like small selection of people who I feel like live stream from this like section of YouTube for people who do Source stuff. I mean, I don't know if Soundsmith streams on Twitch. I don't think he does. I mean, people like Bearded Expense.
Yeah, we should probably wrap this up, but I saw this guy. Yeah. His name is The Librarian. He did one of the first, like, early videos about RP Downtown, and he's doing these videos where he explores, like, creepy Gmod maps or comfy Gmod maps in VR, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, I would have loved to do that, but now I can't do it because someone else did it. Like, that is such a great idea, and it sounds like so much fun.
That's the thing, man. Most of my videos, I will do a thing where it's like I will get an idea, and then before I make the video, I have to search that same thing on YouTube before I, actually make the video, because I want to be the first one to do it. I think most people feel like that too,
Yeah. Well, one thing that I did learn is that even if somebody's already covered a video or a game or a channel or what have you, your subscriber base would still probably rather see you cover it than them. So you probably shouldn't use that as a immediate deflection to say, oh, well, I can't cover this anymore. Because people will probably still watch it.
Oh, yeah. the thing is, it's not like from my perspective, it's not that. Oh, well, I mean, I can't make this, but it's like, oh, well, this is just. I think the for most content creators, they don't want to disappoint people.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel with my content. You don't want to disappoint people by making something that's already been there. Which is why I guess finding an art channel and covering it first is kind of very important because you're the first one who got there and you're the first one to put your thoughts out on it.
Yeah.
So it can be it's very important, I think. And so, and the librarian, for example, has done a lot of stuff that I've done, but still, it's not a bad option. Like even the downtown video, my first video I ever really made, I made it because I saw the librarian was doing stuff, and I was like, you know what? Well, he's talking about like why is source creepy. I could talk about like why is there a shadow in downtown, or people talking about downtown. So
Yeah, yeah. You know, I should probably reach out to the librarian and see if he wants to come on.
yeah, that'd be cool. Definitely would love that. Guy is pretty interesting. I don't watch too much of his content, but he has a lot of good stuff. So yeah, it's definitely another channel to recommend. If you like both of us, then go check out the librarian for sure.
Yeah, definitely good creator. I don't think he needs my help anymore though. He's probably past me in subs by now.
Oh yeah, no, he's like, what is he like 1.2? I thought he was like 1.2 million or something.
Million subs or
Yeah.
views?
Million subs, I think.
I do not think he has a million subs. I think he has like maybe like 10,000 more than me though. But we should probably wrap this up because we haven't actually been playing for like 10 minutes. So this episode was supposed to end a while ago, but we were just having a lot of fun talking. Man, you got this Yeti taunt.
I know I look awesome. Alpha. Okay. Ow. Just made a Yeti go extinct, bro.
We'll have to do another episode of this together sometime because we're blabbermouths. We couldn't stop talking, but it was really good recording.
Yeah.
I think this was, apart from technical difficulties at the start, and I've had some frame rate problems, I would call this episode a success. So thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah, man. Of course, dude. I had a lot of fun. If you want, you guys can check out my channel at youtube.com/Stellarr1. I make a lot of content there.
I'll put that in the a pinned comment and in the description and everything. I'll flash it on screen too.
Gotcha.
All right. Calling it there?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Actually, here, give me a high five, buddy. Give me a high five,
yeah.
and then we'll end it.